Hi, this is Keith Davidson at Albertson and Davidson, and today I want to talk to you about mediations. So if you're in a lawsuit, and it doesn't matter what type of lawsuit it is, whether it's a trust and will type lawsuit or a civil lawsuit, there's only two ways to get out of any lawsuit. You either have to go to trial or you have to settle. That's the only options you have. And so typically when we're talking settlement, we're talking about the mediation process. And mediation can be very confusing if you haven't ever encountered it before. But what mediation is the parties come together, usually at a neutral third party's office, and bring in a mediator. And the mediator is either a retired judge or maybe a lawyer who has a lot of knowledge in that area of the law. And typically the parties are separated, so each party has their own room and they sit in there with their own lawyer so that they don't have to see each other or talk to each other. And the mediator will go back and forth between the rooms trying to negotiate a settlement. Now, it's important to understand at mediation, the mediator is not going to make any decisions. So it's not a forced decision. They're not going to report any of their findings to the judge or to the court. It's completely confidential. It's never going to leave the mediation. And the mediator is not there to tell you who's wrong and who's right. The only thing the mediator wants to do is try to broker a settlement, try to negotiate something. And so I call it horse trading. So it's really just a matter of one side making an offer to settle at a certain amount and the other side deciding if they're willing to accept that in order to be done with the case on a settlement basis. So the who's wrong and who's right kind of goes out the window for the purpose of mediation, and it's just a matter of can you come to some sort of monetary settlement. Now if you can't, so if the parties never reach an agreement, then mediation is over and the parties go on with the lawsuit as they did before. Nobody is out anything. But I can tell you that almost every mediation is successful, and I don't mean successful in the sense that they settle, although a lot of mediations do result in settlements. They're successful because even if you don't settle, oftentimes you learn information about the case, about your own case, and you learn information about the other side's view of the case that can be very helpful moving forward. So even an unsuccessful mediation can be a win at the end of the day just because you learn a lot, and so it's worth going and finding out what you can find out. And if you reach an agreement in the meantime, that's good too.